it play and call it work.
Hey there folks, and welcome to this Let's Play for Z First Impact Chapter 1 by Zero Live Games. Today, you've got Luka and Rob here from MiniWarGaming.com. Rob, also known as Maniac Rob from Board Game Maniacs, where he covers this type of game, these type of board games exactly, all sorts of zombie games, unboxing tutorials, how to plays, and entire playthroughs, to my knowledge.
Yes, that's correct.
Awesome. Awesome. So go ahead and check him out if you want more vast board game coverage, where you said you have almost 100 videos up on your channel already. Yep. So lots of content over there as well. What we're going to be doing for you guys today is showing you Z First Impact. We're going to be doing the first mission. They also have a Kickstarter going as well for the full English release of their rules, the printed rules. They have English rules online for a PDF to download. It's all free, easy access. But if you want to check out their Kickstarter, the link will be down below to help them fund their full English rulebook release. So printed English rules would be very helpful.
Yes.
Of course, everyone always appreciates having the book in hand. Another thing is I want to kind of go into like a detail about what this game actually is. It's a narrative-based game. So you play this game and you play through the story that is figuring out what actually happened in this world. And you're playing special operatives who are from all around the world that have all kind of combined in an effort to cleanse this virus, figure out where it started, so you got to find patient zero, all of that. And as the story develops, you find out more and more. This is chapter 1. There's currently 2 chapters released, and they have chapter 3 and 4 in the making. Currently with chapter 1 and 2, you have all you need to play your 4v4 game with your zombie master as well, because when you get chapter 4, it unlocks 4 new characters, and essentially a second half to the board that connects to the first half to make it massive. It's huge when you connect both pieces. But without further ado, let's go check out the setup we have, and essentially teach you how this game plays, and you can watch us play through the first scenario.
And kill some zombies!
Here are the alternative game modes that I mentioned in the intro. We have campaign mode, which Rob and I had mentioned, combining game board tiles, which is combining chapter 1 and 2. You have team mode, which is where it's like a 4v4 or a 2v2. And then there's free-for-all, where there's no teams. The survivors are on their own. The last survivor standing wins. Survivors versus zombies. In this mode, players will play through the campaign mode, but with one small change. A player called the Zombie Master takes on the role of controlling all the zombies and mutants. On each zombie turn, the Zombie Master can activate all zombies on a game board and perform their movement towards any survivor as he or she wishes. There's Titan mode, which is like what Rob and I mentioned earlier, except it's 8 players with a player who controls the Titan and its sentinels. Now the Titan is introduced in chapter 2 as a big nasty monster. Shortage mode just adds a hard mode where you can remove any items you want from the decks when you draw from them, like weapons, ammo, and supplies. There's storm mode, where movement is limited as there is a nasty violent storm going on. There's no airdrops allowed either. Carnage mode, all the zombies on the board. Apocalypse mode, most of the small buildings are destroyed and their tiles are placed ruined side up. And ultimate mode, which is pretty much all of them combined. So these are shortage mode to apocalypse mode are hard modes of the game, whereas ultimate mode just includes all of them in one go. And it's kind of like one of those good luck if you really want to try this one. Here we have the initial setup, so right away you can tell the board is huge. It's 9 tiles. You always set them up the same way, just for ease of packing. Actually, I gotta give them credit on how nicely packed the box is. Everything fits perfectly, and it's not too tight. You know how sometimes when you unpack a board game, it never really fits back in properly? This one actually goes in very well, because they have plastic templates that kind of hold everything in place. I give them kudos on that. And the tile system is easy to set up, because if you notice over here, you have numbers. It's backwards currently, but it's piece 1, piece 2, piece 3 right there, and then it's 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9. So it always sets up the same, and it's just easy to set up if you just figure out where the numbers are, and they're all just in the exact same location. So easy setup. Rob and I have set up our 4 characters already. Now when you're playing the campaign, no matter what, you're always playing with the 4 characters. So if you have 2 people, each has 2. If you're playing with 3, one person has 2. If you have 4, everyone has 1. Or if you're playing on your own, which you can do, you just have 4 characters. Go over details of their weapons and their supplies and everything in a moment, but I want to go into detail about Chapter 2 and what it adds to the game. So imagine this, but just doubled, because that's what Chapter 2 does. Both parts connect together. I believe it's on this end where it just extends out, so it's massive, and you get those 4 extra characters, and it continues the story. Again, we're doing Chapter 1. Again, with Chapter 2, you get those 4 additional characters, because these are the 4 you get in the original chapter. And then once you hit Chapter 2, it unlocks more of the story. More importantly, For myself and for Rob, he agrees. Once you unlock Chapter 4, this is one of the game modes you can... Well, sorry, once you unlock Chapter 2 with the extra 4 characters. Now, you don't need those extra 4 characters, but it helps. Because alternate play modes, there's free-for-all, and there is like a team deathmatch equivalent. Where instead of doing the campaign, you just have one team of 1 players versus another team of the other guys. You both set up in a certain area on the map, and you go around exploring, dealing with zombies, and the entire goal is to kill the enemy team, or just watch them get mauled down by hordes of zombies and just sit in the corner laughing at them. As simple as that. Obviously, when you unlock Chapter 2, you unlock those 4 extra characters, so you can have vaster teams, and then you can have up to 9 players with Chapter 2, because you can always have a player play as the zombies. So no matter what, if you're playing, you have 5 people, you can have a 2v2 with someone controlling the zombies, or if you have 9 people, you have a 4v4 with someone controlling the zombies, or maybe best case scenario, but very chaotic, you have 9 people, you have each person playing a free-for-all as one character, and you have one person playing the zombies, and last man standing wins. Unless you're the zombies, then you just win if everyone else dies.
That's right.
Obviously, there's mechanics where when you die in the game, you turn into a zombie and you start playing for the zombies. Your character gets turned into a zombie, a Z-Viver, as they call it in the game.
A Z-Viver, yes.
Or, as I would like to call it, a Z-Viver. So that is, of course, my dream. That would be best case scenario, having 9 people, everyone playing on their own free-for-all, and there's one person playing the zombies. I would imagine the zombies would probably win in the end on that one. I don't know. But it has really built in. Sorry, the rules are really well built in for that free-for-all aspect, or that like team versus team. Obviously, you play through the campaign, and you can pick any mission you want to repeat through the campaign, but once you get through that, you can just do team deathmatch all the time. I love it. I love the idea of that.
Yeah, I think, too, as well, as the most difficult part, if you play that full-on game, would be an argument to see who's going to play the Zombie Master, because everybody will want to play 100%. The Zombie Master.
So many people out there want to play zombies, right? In
Yeah.
all the games out there that you can play zombies, everyone always wants to jump on the zombies. Next, let's discuss the scenario that Rob and I are going to be playing. This is the first one out of Chapter 1 of the game, the first chapter of the game. This is called Home Sweet Home. So our survivors drive into this part of the city, but they're out of fuel. This is their transport. You can fuel it up in the future chapters of the game, and when you do so, you can actually use it to traverse the map, and when you unlock Chapter 2, traverse the other half of the map. And obviously it has nasty guns on it. It's got the Gatling gun, you can ram zombies with it, and it's got this big nasty... This actually shoots out a nuclear warhead. Like a little mini nuke.
A nuclear warhead?
Yes, you can actually find the nuke, and you can fire the nuke with that gun, which is kind of neat. Now, in this scenario, this one chapter, that won't be coming up, because the vehicle is out of fuel, and the next thing to do is for the survivors to find a headquarters. So with the way it's set up, you have all these small buildings. You have all these small buildings which have yet to be explored. So the way exploring buildings works, you have these little arrows. Say you're in this tile to move, you can move into the arrow, and then you go into the building, and you put down a tile, bam, and now you've explored it. You found essentially a cell phone or a phone store where you can buy and sell phones. But there might be zombies in there, so you'd roll a die and figure out there's zombies in there. Then you immediately have to fight zombies and all of that nonsense. Now the goal in this first scenario is to find your headquarters, which is one of the small tiles. And it could be any one of these, it's random. You have an entire pile of cards here you draw from. You shuffle them all up, you make a pile, and then you flip them over when you enter a new building. Here we have 3 very key small buildings that are going to come up. This is the HQ. This is the main first objective. Once we find this, we move on to part 2 of the first scenario, where we have to go gather supplies that are scattered throughout the city and bring them back to our HQ. And that is that once you can do that, you finish Chapter 1. But the losing condition is once you lose one of your survivors, you're done. So the campaign system is, you want to see how far you can get your survivors in the campaign before one of them dies. They're all critical in their own way. So the idea is once you lose one of them, you can't finish the campaign.
No.
Through one way or another, they all serve a very vital purpose throughout the campaign. This is the headquarters that you set up. That's what you want to find for the first part of the scenario. I wanted to note the other 2 special buildings, because the rest are all just generic ones that kind of fill space. This is the candy shop. Once you find the candy shop, you get to immediately draw 3, like one of each type of item. So you get ammunition, a weapon, or a supply card. That's what it is, yeah. And then it'll last for 1 whole turn. And then at the end of the player turn, it just turns into rubble and it's destroyed and there's no more access to it. So it's like a bonus room. Once you find it, great things happen. But in all things in life, there is balance. So we have the morgue.
Oh, yes, the morgue.
With the morgue, this building cannot be searched, and the second you immediately reveal the morgue, you flip over 3 of these zombie cards and you spawn 3 zombies in there, and you immediately have to use your actions to fight them. Anytime you enter a building and there's zombies in there, you have to give up one of your actions to fight them, and you only have 3 actions per turn, per character. So if you use your last action to enter a building, you can't fight the zombies, and they're just going to attack you. And then you're just going to lose health to the zombies.
There's some pretty nasty zombies in the game.
Yes, there is not just your generic walker. There's your hybrid zombies as well that you have to deal with. And they're going to pump damage at you. So one thing to note is the morgue serves a second spawn point. So this little biohazard sign here, it sits over here for this scenario. And at the end of all 4 of the character turns, zombies are going to spawn from this location. But the trick is, once you reveal the morgue, which is one of the random small building cards, you're going to spawn zombies from there as well. And they're allowed to leave this building. Normally zombies cannot leave buildings, but the morgue, they can leave at will. And they just pop out here, one of those 2 spots with the morgue is set up there. And they walk around, they form hordes, and they just hunt down the players and try and kill them and interrupt their plans. Another thing to mention are these larger buildings. They're classified as medium buildings. Now, for these buildings, they're pre-revealed during the game. And by that I mean based on the scenario. So in this first scenario, none of the medium buildings are revealed. They would otherwise be revealed like this because they have a first floor and sometimes a second floor that you can go up the stairs, or a basement which you can go downstairs. And it helps you explore more, so it gives you more options to explore. Obviously when you're playing not the campaign and you're just doing a pickup game, you can put down all the medium buildings randomly, because there's enough medium building tiles to fill out all the medium buildings that are around the board. But they won't be in play for this one. So all we have to do for this scenario to make it work is we go out, try and find the HQ as soon as possible before the zombies overwhelm us. Once we do, we go around and collect the supplies that have been dropped earlier on and bring them back to the HQ wherever that is, and that is it. These other things to note are, this just represents you can't move into this tile. That would be for future chapters where it's trying to block off certain locations on the map. These are dumpsters. When you go to a dumpster, you can automatically search it. Or sorry, when you get there, you can search it, and there's like a little symbol on the bottom of the dumpster that will correspond to whatever you're allowed to search for. There'll be an ammunition symbol. You get a card from the ammunition deck. Weapon symbol for weapons, supplies for supplies. There's also an alarm on one of these dumpsters. So neither of us know which one's an alarm, but alarm is bad, because it obviously attracts all the zombies towards you, and they move at double pace when you trigger an alarm, as well as they double spawn from the morgue, wherever it may be revealed, and the spawn point on the map. Another mechanic I want to talk about is noise. So we'll use an example. Say I have my character Sun, which we'll go over later on. She's right there. Her weapons are twin saw blades, and they're motorized. So they make a great deal of noise when she attacks with them. She has a range of 1, so she can attack around her with it, but when she does so, she generates noise. Not extreme noise, but noise. There is a louder version being extreme noise, and that just changes one aspect. But when you make noise, say you make it from this tile here, as you can see the tiles separate right there, you would attract zombies from all the adjacent tiles. So you go from here to here to here. Now that is true for all the other corners, or if you're in the middle, you would attract from these tiles. But worst case scenario is if you're in the middle tile and you generate any type of noise, and there's a lot of weapons that generate noise, you attract zombies from all of the 8 tiles around you. And that can be devastating. Not to mention, when you generate noise and you have a spawn location in one of the tiles that are affected by your noise, obviously including the one you're in, you automatically spawn zombies. That is no good. So obviously if you make noise here, 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 or here, you will spawn zombies from here. And if the morgue is in any one of those spots, then you would spawn from the morgue as well. Let's go over how the weapon cards work. Now I mentioned this is a French game, but everything in the game you need to play is in symbols. So there's no wording, there's none of that. So it's easy to read. These are Sun's twin saw blades. Now these symbols, I'll go over what they mean. This is the impact 1. Now anything more than that would be impact 2, 3, or 4. What that means is when you roll your combat dice to attack a zombie, you get to add +1 of that. So it can be a very devastating weapon. You mostly see impact on heavy weapons or just really crude melee weapons that are really devastating, so such as these. The next one is you have the little zombie marker with the 3 beside it. It means you can target up to 3 zombies with this attack. So when you target 3 zombies, they have to be in the same tile or the same square, and you roll 2d6 and you try and match that to all the zombies' strength. And when you meet or exceed their strength, you can kill those 3 zombies. Now, if certain zombies are more resilient to certain types of attacks, so they'll have a higher defense against that attack. Now, if you exceed 2 of them but don't exceed 1 of them, you can still kill the other 2 zombies off. but the one that you missed is just going to move up to you and attack you. So it can be risky. This is the megaphone symbol. This represents noise. Now this is the normal version of noise, not extreme noise. This is what triggers zombies to move in adjacent tiles. And lastly, that's the range. You're allowed to attack 1 tile away. I meant 1 square away. So if Sun is right here, she has a range to attack there, 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 or here. Actually, sorry, not there. That's not in line of sight. The way movement works, of course, is a little different. You have an avenue, which is much larger. You have a road, and you have your alleyways. So you move on tiles, if you can see the outline of the tiles. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then you can go this way. So it's 1, 2, 3. Or you can go down the alley, which is it's a lot more narrow, right? So you go 1, 2, 3. You're a lot more restricted in alleyways. And there's only a certain amount of models allowed in each tile. So these big ones here, you can have up to 6. The smaller roads, you can have 4, and the alleyways are only allowed 1. Now the survivors are allowed to pass through each other, no problem. But they're not allowed to pass through zombies. Once they do, they have to engage them immediately. So once the zombies get in the alleyways, it's tough. You can't get through the alleys unless you have a lot of ammunition to fight them off. And when I said you could only have a certain amount of models in a tile, I meant literally like this little tile here. It could hold up to 6 models. This one can hold up to 4, and the alleys can hold up to 1. And the zombies are not allowed to enter these certain tiles here. Only survivors can. That represents their movement getting into the buildings. The grappling hooks allow them to jump to rooftops. And the foot symbol allows them to walk into essentially parking lots, just normal lots, courts, stuff like that. So you have like a random lot over here. You have the basketball court you just walk in and out of freely. And one thing you can do is once you get on top of a rooftop, if they're adjacent, you can just jump from rooftop. Well, that's actually not a roof, but like you can jump from rooftop to rooftop for 1 game action. Each survivor has up to 3 game actions they can take. You can move 5 spaces for 1 game action. It costs 1 game action to enter a building. You can trade items and ammunition for a game action. You can attack a zombie for a game action, which is with whatever weapon you want. And the way equipping different weapons works is you spend a game action and you put whatever your secondary weapon is on top. So Sun can go from throwing knives to saw blades for a game action. And of course, once you're inside of an area you can search, you can spend an action to search. One thing to note is though, once you enter a building and there's zombies in there, you have to immediately spend a game action to attack the zombies. And if you can't, because you have no actions left, the zombies are just going to attack you. So it's very risky to enter a building with your last action. I would not recommend that. Now we're going to go over the character card here and what it represents. So in this pile here, you have your weapons, your primaries and secondaries. Currently, each survivor always starts with 2, and it's always the same 2. So Sun will always have her saw blades and her throwing knives. But each survivor can hold up to 3 weapons. So she could find 1 more item out there, or 1 more weapon out there. Over here we have supplies. Each survivor is dealt 1 random supply from the supply deck at the start of each mission. And for Sun, she got melee combat drugs. So this symbol means it's a 1-time use, and it'll add +2 to her combat die roll. But you have to do it before you roll. You can't do it immediately. Or you can't do it after the roll. And you can only hold 2. But Sun is special. She's a medic. She can hold up to 3. That's one of her special rules. Speaking of special rules, they are listed down here on your player card. Again, everything is in symbols, and they describe it in the rulebook what they do. This is her medical special rule. She's allowed to carry +1 supply over the cap of 2. This is the grappling hook symbol, which is unique because what that means is she's an acrobat. She's allowed to jump on top of a roof of any building for 1 action without using the grapple symbol. So she could be right here, jump to that rooftop, jump down. She could be here, 1 action, jump down to the road, and next action, jump up to the next rooftop. She is very fast. She can speed through the city, no problem. She is great at outskirts and getting around the map and grabbing objectives on the end of the map. This here is to represent if she is in the transport or in the vehicle. That won't be relevant in this scenario. This is her name. This is her symbol, and she is from China. Just to kind of give an example. Or she's a specialist from China. This is where you would hold bonus items, which won't be coming up here. And this is where you hold objective items, which will be popping up. And this is the health track. So each survivor starts at 20 as they take damage throughout the game. And trust me, damage is thrown out a ton if you're not careful.
Yes.
Because you could just die like that against a horde, especially if there's blobbers in there, which we'll get into. These 4 symbols represent what your skill is currently at. So if Sun was to go down to 15, she'll be fine for melee combat, but all of a sudden her ranged attacks are -1. There's 2 different there's aimed range attacks and there's thrown range attacks. Accuracy and aim. And the last one is movement. So once she goes down to that, at 15, she's -1 movement. She's only base movement 4. And obviously that degrades as the more damage you take. Down to 5 wounds, -3 movement. She's only moving 2 tiles at 5 wounds. Obviously there's a lot of supplies that can heal you as well. And again, once the survivor dies in this scenario, that's it. Rob and I will lose. One of the final things to cover on the character board, before we go on to the different characters, what they're equipped with and what their special abilities are, and then I promise you we're going to jump into the game. I just want to make sure you are all knowledgeable about what everything is you have your ammunition tracks. So each one is different for each character, because each one can only have certain types of guns they're trained in. So they're not all trained in all guns, but they are pretty much trained in a broad spectrum of them. You have your pistol ammunition, your assault rifle ammunition, you have your shotgun shells, and you have your crossbow bolts. And the way ammunition works, which I'll show you on the next character, because Sun actually doesn't start with a pistol or a ranged weapon. She just has throwing knives, which are a one-time use. So she can throw knives once, 3 tiles away, and it can only kill 1 zombie. They're not the best, I'll tell you that. But she is great at melee. She can really carve up zombies in melee. I meant 3 squares, not tiles. I'll be getting that mixed up. Whenever I say tile, I actually mean the tile. But whenever I say square, I literally mean just the squares. We're going to move on to my secondary character, and we're going to roll for ammunition as well at this point, because now we're starting to get ready to play the game. We'll look at the supply he got. It looks like he got canned foods. Now, again, this is a supply card. This is a one-time use card. And this is the symbol for how it works. So to use this item, you roll the d6. And if you roll odds, 1, 3, 5, this is the symbol for damage. You take 1 damage. But if you roll 2, 4, 6, you would actually gain 4 health. So you can take a lot of damage, but there's a lot of ways to get health back, and that's in the supplies. Now, Arthur, he is from France. He is a tech specialist, so he's got 3 unique abilities. 2 of them will be coming up in this game. He gets +1 movement, so he's movement base 6, and this is called mobility. And this one here is thermal vision. So, like I mentioned before, when you go to enter a building, you enter it for an action, you flip over the small building tile and you reveal it, and then you roll to see how many zombies are in there. And then you have to immediately fight those zombies, which is not good. Because if there's you can get up to 3 zombies in one of these things, and you could kill maybe 1 of them, because you have like 1 action left, and the other 2 are just going to attack you, and then you get swarmed, and you start taking a lot of damage. Now, Arthur is unique in, before he enters the building, he rolls the die to see how many zombies are in there, and then he can choose to go in or not, based on how many zombies are in there. Now, I think that is a really unique and cool ability. On to his weapons, he has a silenced pistol and a hand crossbow. So he is a ranged guy, obviously. So use these 2 different symbols to again, this is the accuracy and this is the aim. And it's a little different because there's slightly different ones. If you go back over to Sun, she also has accuracy. It's just to cover the different types of the damage track. So if you're down on this one, then your like mechanical weapons are worse. And I guess a crossbow is mechanical as well, but your crossbow is worse if you lose health on that one, but your pistols are worse on that one. Now the pistol uses pistol ammunition. Now when you start the game, you roll a d6 to find out how much pistol or ammunition you start with that weapon. So my silenced pistol is going to have, folks, 1 shot. So we got 1 shot with my pistol. We use this little slider to represent that. Obviously when I finish my shot, it goes down to nothing remaining. The weapon's not gone. You can always find ammunition in the game, but you can't actually shoot the gun when there's no ammunition. Next, we're going to roll for my hand crossbow, and it's going to have 3 shots. Then you look over at the crossbow ammunition, I'm at 3 bolts. Now, had I rolled a 5 or 6, I would have been up to there. I would have had my maximum 4 normal bolts, but I would have unlocked an incendiary bolt or an explosive bolt, or both if I was lucky, which you would track separately with different sliders. And that's very noisy ammunition, but they also do a lot more. They have the potential to hurt the more advanced hybrid zombies a lot more, which we'll get into as we play the game. And he is going to start this game with his hand crossbow equipped because he's got more ammo for that. Let's go over Yuri. He is a specialist from Russia. He is a scientist, but he has pretty cool armor. He's got a gas mask, and he has regenerative bio armor. So anytime he uses a supply to heal, he's going to heal 1 additional one. So a good example here, he's got a bottle of wine. 1-time use, a supply card. It auto heals 3. That's no roll. It just gives you 3 health. But he's Yuri, so you heal 4. For his weapons, he is equipped with a katana, who has the ability to target 2 zombies within a range of 1 square. And he also comes with a flamethrower, and Yuri's special because he always gets maximum flamethrower ammunition. Now the flamethrower is good, but because it can target 4 zombies in a square up to 4 squares away. but he's not allowed to use this indoors. It is too risky to use indoors. And you're going to start with Yuri with his katana?
Yes.
Katana it is. And the gas mask is going to be relevant in this scenario because there will be 2 hybrid zombies that work with poisonous toxins. This last ability here is for the campaign. It's the analyst ability. He's the only one who has the ability to analyze patient 0. So when I mentioned that each character is critical in the scenario or in the campaign, Yuri is obviously the only one that can analyze patient 0. So if he dies in the campaign, you lose the campaign. But that's the same for everyone. And finally, we have Chaos, who is a close combat specialist, which means when he's using melee combat inside of a building, he always gets +1 to his roll. And he has a scythe for his... It's a detached scythe. What is this? It is collapsible scythe. That's what it is. Now, this one can actually hit zombies up to 2 squares away, and he can target 2 zombies in the same square, which is kind of neat. His second abilities are only be relevant for vehicles. So the first one is that he's a mechanic. He can repair any level of damage on a vehicle for 2 actions. And the last one is he's a pilot. He can pilot any type of vehicle, which you would get into more vehicles in the game. He also comes with a combat shotgun, which is a noisy weapon. It has got impact, so again, +1 to the combat die roll, and it can target 2 zombies 2 squares away. Let's roll some ammunition for Chaos's shotgun. Let's see what he's got.
Oh, give me something better than 1.
2!
Well, that's better than 1.
So he'll have 2 shots with this combat shotgun. Are you going to keep that equipped, or you want the scythe?
No, I'm keeping the shotgun equipped.
Shotgun's out first? Alrighty, just in case you come to a... That's really good if you kick open the door in a building, and there's 2 zombies, you just blast them both away with your shotgun.
Yeah.
So that is why that's really important. And we might as well go over his supplies as well. It is obviously a supply card. This gives you +2 to either your aim or your accuracy. So this is a ranged combat drug. It gives you +2 to your combat die roll, and you have to use this before you actually do your roll. So that'd be useful. You kick open the door, there's a blobber in there, and you actually need to kill it or else you're going to take an insane amount of damage. So you pop that and blow away with a shotgun. Now the game comes with a lot of miniatures along with it, as well as all the sliders you need, and more of the little, you can't pass these tank traps, barrels, supply caches, another dumpster, but we're only using 4 in this scenario. These are all the zombies that we'll be contacting in this scenario. Each scenario limits the type of zombies you come in contact with. So right away we're fighting the first kind of simple level of zombies. Later on in the game you actually come across mutants and, well, more advanced zombies. And in Chapter 2, maybe there's something like aliens. Right, these ones are your most basic. They have no special abilities. They move 1 square. These are carcasses. So your just most basic general zombie. Next up, we have a howler, which is a step up from the carcass in the fact that it has an ability. Whenever you attack it and you fail to kill it, it lets out a deafening scream, which is very noisy. So it'll trigger the noisy event where it attracts all the zombies. In addition, anything that's very noisy or extremely noisy, as it's called in the game, whenever they're in range of a spawn point, whereas noisy makes it roll 1 die, extremely noisy attracts 2 dice worth of zombies instead of just the 1. So they're very critical to kill and not miss. We have your hazers, who move 2, so they're a fast zombie, and they walk around blobbing toxic balls of nastiness at you, and they can throw those 1 square away. So unlike the other zombies, they have a nice ranged attack that it does up to 2 damage. Other than that, though, they get into the same square as you, and they bite you for 2 damage as well. And finally, the blobbers, which are essentially zombified firemen, as they have their fire hoses, their small intestine, they're pulling out of their belly, and they essentially douse you in their nasty, nasty, nasty innards. Now, they're nasty because they're super durable and they do a ton of damage. Once you immediately enter a square within 3 of them, you take 3 damage because they have that toxic aura about them. But Yuri is exempt from that because he's got the gas mask on, as well as the hazers. He's immune to their attack as well. They also have a range 3 attack where they just spew their intestines at you, so that gives you 3 damage. And they're gonna walk up to you in melee and hit you for 3 damage as well. So when they bounce up, when they join a horde and you get like 2 or 3 of these guys, you're taking 6 to 9 damage once you get within range of them, and that can just kill you like that without you realizing it. You have to watch out for those. Again, I mentioned they're tough. They are tough to kill too. And here we have the card piles we'll be drawing from as they're set up on the side. Small building pile. This is the zombie spawn pile. So whenever you spawn a zombie, you flip over the top card, and that's a zombie that spawns in whatever location. Your weapons pile, your supplies pile, and your ammunition pile. Now, one thing that's dangerous about the weapon and supplies pile, there's a biohazard card in there. When you flip that over, you roll a D6 and you spawn that many zombies at the biohazard sign. So you can immediately spawn a horde. Once 5 zombies are within 3 squares of each other, you spawn a horde. And they kind of all follow the same pattern. So once one zombie sees something, the whole horde kind of goes for it. There are 2 other specific dice that you get with the game. You have your searching die and your biohazard die. So we'll go with the searching die first. Whenever you search a building, you roll the die. Simple as that. You roll the die and you get, bam, you got a pistol. That's the weapon deck. So you just draw the top card of the weapon deck. Simple as that. You get the biohazard sign. Instead of finding anything, you immediately spawn a zombie and you have to fight it. If you have no actions left, the zombie bites you.
Yep, that's right.
That's not good. We have the supply symbol. You draw a supply card. You have the, where's the ammunition one? Ammunition. You draw an ammunition card. And the last one is the star, which is you get to pick. If you're playing a scenario that revolves around the star symbol, you find the objective you're looking for. Otherwise, you get to pick any of the 3 piles and draw from it, which is always good. There's only one of those, obviously. And the nasty one, which is the alarm. So anytime you search, you could trigger an alarm, which is a very noisy, which is essentially just a very noisy trigger, except all the zombies in range of it move double time. And they catch you fast. You gotta watch out for that. And the final die is the biohazard die. So whenever, after every player turn, after all the characters have gone, you roll the biohazard die for the spawn location and the morgue if it's revealed, and you spawn that many zombies. So at the end of the turn, you spawn 1 zombie at the biohazard die. Or sorry, biohazard sign, and then there's also the chance of spawning nothing. So there's 2 1s, 2 2s, and I believe 1 3. Yep, just the 1 3. But obviously if you roll the 3, that is a bad news bears. Alright, Rob and I have our characters in the starting location. We're about ready to begin this game. We're just going to go ahead and roll off to see who gets the first turn. I'm going to roll myself a 7.
Okay.
A 10. Okay, so you get to pick one of your characters to go first, and I'll just go with the opposite one, and then you go, and then I'll go.
Alright. I'm going to start with Chaos.
So Chaos will be going first, and then Arthur, and then Yuri, and then Sun. And we're ready to go. So as a reminder, Rob here has 3 actions he can do, and this is with Chaos. So this is Chaos right here. You can move 5 spaces, enter a building, search, all of that good stuff. Of course, if no zombies stop you.
Yeah. So what Yuri is going to do is
That's Chaos.
Or Chaos, yes. I got Yuri on my brain now. So Chaos, because his first action you move up to 5 spaces, he's going to just go... And he's here, and he's going to go into this building, so we have to flip a card over.
Yep, so you're going to spend an action to enter there?
Yes,
Now,
certainly.
It costs an action to enter and leave buildings. It does not cost actions to enter and leave lots.
Yes.
And that's the difference between the arrow and the footprints. And right away, we are getting the musical instrument store. Bam!
My heart just fell because I thought it was the morgue.
Now, Rob and I did a practice game, and boy, did we get the morgue first last game!
The game was crazy getting the morgue right from the start, and Luka obviously triggered it.
Yep, obviously I did it, and let me tell you one thing. Did we win that game, Rob?
No, we did not win the game.
No, we did not win that game.
No.
Let's spawn some zombies.
So this is the biohazard dice to see how many zombies spawn in there.
Just 1.
That's not bad.
Now we flip over the top zombie card.
Top zombie card, and that will be...
Hazer. So that's the guy who throws little poison bombs. So we put that Hazer in there, and as your third action, you have to attack him.
Yes.
Oh, you only have the shotgun equipped. You have to use your shotgun. Let's let you guys take a look at the zombie card here. This is where all its stats are. So this represents all the defenses the zombie has against certain types. We have melee defense, explosive defense, the accuracy stuff, so like throwing knives and crossbows and stuff like that. Flame. Now this is electrical, but that's for the second chapter. Pistols, assault rifles, shotguns, freezing, and sonic. But again, those last 2 are for the next chapter as well. So all Rob has to do is to beat this guy. He's gonna roll 2d6 for his combat dice, and he has to meet or exceed that number to kill the zombie. But if he rolls equal to or less than this number here, you break your weapon. If it's a ranged weapon, it jams, something malfunctions, and it's gone. All the ammo with it, done. That's not good. That also the same for melee weapons. If you roll less than that number against a zombie, it breaks upon the zombie. Nothing happens to the zombie, but you lose your weapon.
We've experienced that before.
Yes. Oh boy, did Arthur have some bad luck last game.
Yep.
All right, so you have a combat shotgun.
Yeah, and I have 2 shells at the moment, so I'm going to expel 1 to shoot. So I drop my counter down to 1, so I only have 1 ammunition left for my shotgun.
Now you can always search on the next turn to get more ammo, which he's hoping for. So here's the 2 combat dice. Now this weapon does have impact. It's a pretty deadly weapon.
Yes.
So you're gonna get +1 to whatever your roll here, and you're looking for a 6.
And I definitely got him.
So you got a 9 +1 for 10. He's dead.
Yep.
Now, had you missed, the zombie would have attacked. It doesn't matter where it moves. It's already in range to attack. It would have just attacked Rob for 2, and Rob would have been stuck in there with the zombie.
Yeah.
But he's dead. And now zombies can only spawn there when you search and you roll the biohazard symbol. So this building is fairly safe unless there is a hidden zombie maybe behind the chair or locked in a shelf or something behind a door you don't know about. And that will be the first player character turn because he spent 1 action to move here, a 2nd action to move in, and the final action he had to fight the zombie. Now it'll move over to Arthur and it'll be his turn. So Rob and I both know what the main objective is. It is to find the HQ. So we're going to go 1, 2... Now Arthur's fast. He can move 6. So I'm thinking of going deeper into Scout to get some of the further away, smaller buildings. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Now Arthur is going to spend another action to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And his last action he's going to use to check the building out. Now he's got the special goggles, which allow him to see how many zombies are in there first before he decides to go in or out. Or before he decides to go in. So we're going to roll the die. There's 2 zombies in there. Now, because that's my last action to go in, I'm going to choose not to go in because those 2 zombies will automatically hit me.
Yeah.
So we're going to flip over 2 zombie cards. We have a Carcass, which is the most basic zombie, followed by another Hazer. So we simply put them in there to represent that there are 2 zombies mulling about in there. But I'm going to choose not to go in. But that's I did use my action to check inside the building. And since that was the 3rd action to check it out inside, play will pass over to Yuri. I wanted to mention this unique building here. It has a sniper's nest. That's what that symbol means. And if you're closely, you can see the rifle there. Now, if someone gets to the rooftop of this, pretty much only Sun can get up there because there's no grappling hook symbol to get up there. You jump up there and you roll a d6 to see how much ammunition it has, and you can immediately just start firing off rounds. It doesn't cost any actions, and you can elect to stop whenever you want. It can break though against a zombie like any other weapon can. It can malfunction and jam. But say you have 6 ammunition with it, you can just pop off 6 zombies, and your line of sight is down this street and down this street. I don't know if I'll go there with Sun, but I might. But that's an option we do have.
For Yuri's turn, he is going to try to venture because again, the first objective is to find the HQ. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1 action. 2nd action, 1, 2, and I'm gonna go into that room or that building.
Scratch that. The 3rd action would be to go in the building, so we're gonna stay right here.
Yeah, I don't want to go in the building with my last action because I'll get automatically attacked.
If there might be no zombies in there, because again, the biohazard die does only have 1, but...
We played this game once already, Luka. We're not taking this chance.
I mean, I might take the chance.
No.
And that leaves it up to Sun, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as her 2nd action, we're going to go in the building, because we have to check the stuff out. And it's going to be...
Oh, no, not again!
Yes!
And you did it the first time!
Whatever is happening. Welcome to the morgue. You know what? No, it was there last time. Okay.
It still don't matter. You drew the morgue.
Do you know what's bad? Is that guy might be... Oh, no.
They're not connected.
I know, but like you run out there and then the zombies come out here.
Yeah.
So
I'm
I immediately have to draw 3 zombie cards and put them in the morgue. Now each small building can hold up to 6. And this is the only unique building where zombies are allowed to leave. So once this loads up with 6 guys, they start spawning on the outside, but it probably won't because zombies are going to be coming out of it. They're not allowed to stand on these tiles, so they automatically go out 1 tile to there when they move out of it.
Yeah.
They bypass this. All right, Rob, flip them for me. What are we getting? Please, no blobber.
Oh,
okay, we got a Hazer.
A Hazer.
First one.
What? And we got...
Oh, there's a blobber.
Oh, there's a blobber. These guys are the worst. I hate them.
They have their special ability is once you immediately enter the same tile or any square within 3 of them, not tile, sorry, the same square or building as them, you immediately take 3. So if this is another blobber, I'm taking 6. Nope, it's Carcass.
Oh, you're a Carcass.
So Carcass, Hazer, Blobber. Now, before I get to attack, I immediately take 3 for walking in there because I don't have a gas mask like Yuri. So I move my health track down to 17. Still no negatives. I don't get any negatives till 15. I'm pretty sure all the survivors don't really hit negatives until 15. So I have 1 action left. I have to fight. Luckily, I have buzzsaws, and this is a high impact weapon, so I'll get to add +1 to this roll. I do have combat drugs, so I'm probably going to pop them. And it can target up to 3 zombies, but it makes noise. So I'm going to probably pop my combat drugs to add +2 to this. I'm going to hit all 3 of them for +3 in total. Okay, I didn't need it. I got a 12. It kills all 3 of them. Bam, bam, bam.
Nice.
That's not bad, but I did take 3 damage still.
Yes.
Actually, I do have 1 correction there. The pills, it costs an action to use supply cards. Now, there's 1 supply card that doesn't require an action, and I thought it was all the buff cards that didn't cost an action. It's only there's energy drinks you can get that increase your movement, and they don't cost an action, but these ones do cost an action. So you would actually need 2 actions to pop these and to do an attack beforehand. So I didn't. Lucky enough, the roll was good enough. I didn't need to use the card, so I'll just keep the card for now because I wasn't actually allowed to use it. And we'll keep going from there. But the morgue cannot be searched, and it's time to hightail it out of there. But I have no actions left, so I'm stuck there for at least now. Which means I'm going to be attacked by whatever zombie spawn there, so we're hoping that 0 zombies spawn there. And again, my weapon was noisy, so I would have attracted zombies that were... Oh, right. I would spawn zombies in the morgue, so I'm going to attract zombies here, 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 and here. Oh, sorry, I'm attracting zombies here, 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 and here, because I'm technically in this tile still. So yeah, so since this symbol is here for this building, that counts as being on this tile, so I'm going to generate noise from here, 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 and here. That's really bad, because I will be spawning zombies in the morgue whenever you make noise, because it's a spawn point now, as well as the spawn point over here. So we're going to attract zombies there. None. I got lucky.
Lucky.
That's lucky. Oh. Okay, over here. 1. We got 1 zombie, and it's going to be a blobber. So the blobber is going to spawn right there. And because these zombies would normally be attracted, but they're in the building, they're not allowed to leave the building. Only the morgue. All 4 characters have gone. Now it's the zombie turn. First thing you do is you spawn zombies. Rolling once for over here. 3!
Oh, come on.
That's bad. That is no bueno. So the 3 are going to be no blobber, no blobber. Okay.
Oh, that's a blobber.
That's a ton of damage.
So 1 blobber.
Hazer.
Got a hazer.
And a howler.
And a howl.
So a blobber. Hazer. And a howler. And because I'm in the square they spawn in, they're going to immediately attack me. So I'm going to take 3 for being in his aura. And I'm going to take a further 3 for him attacking me. So it's going to be 6 damage from him because of his aura and his bite attack. And then 3 damage from him because he's... the howlers do a lot of damage, but they have to get in melee range to do it. Or they have to be in the exact same tile as you. So that's 9. And then 10, 11 damage. I'm brought down from 17 to 6. Ouch. In one go. That's the risk of finding the morgue, though. Sometimes when you find the morgue, it's almost you're immediately dead. And then spawning here for 3 more zombies.
My, come on, Luka.
That's a 1 in 6 chance. Give me a break. And what do we got?
Oh, this is horrible.
we got a carcass.
Okay, so that's the carcass.
Got a blobber.
Another blobber.
And a blobber.
Another blobber.
Okay, so this is immediately a very deadly tile because there's 3 blobbers there, and they have a range of 3. Boop. And now the zombies would move. So they move and then attack, but if they're already in attack range, they don't move. So they're stuck there. These ones, on the other hand, are boop, boop, boop. They all move 1. Only the hazers move 2. And that's it. That is 1 full rotation of turns. So we've done all the players and we've done the zombies. In this scenario, there's no starting zombies, so it's kind of a slow, gradual increase of the zombies, whereas other scenarios can have zombies on them. And certain scenarios actually have all the... You can play... There's one actual scenario in the game where you can have every zombie on the map. Like, every zombie spawned immediately, and it's the win condition is to kill all the zombies on the table. Starting with, like, your starting items, which is super tough. First thing Rob's going to do with Chaos is he's going to search.
I'm going to do a search, so I got my search dice. Hopefully I'll get that.
You will?
Yes, I did!
So Rob gets his pick of any of these 3?
I'm going to pick the supply because just, you know, if I get some kind of health thing, I could come over and try to help you at least.
Please.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
look at that.
medical
One
kit.
time
Nice.
use.
Now he's carrying his maximum of 2 supplies, but he found a good item. Second action, you're going to leave the building?
Yeah, I'm going to leave the building. I'm just going to stick him there. And for my third action, I'm just going to move my 5 spaces.
Yeah, I'd say just try and get away from this stuff over here. This is going to be an endless spawn point. And anytime we make noises, there's going to be more zombies coming out of there.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. I don't want to go too far from you. So
I can keep up to you.
4, 5. I'll go right there.
Nice, thank you. On to Arthur's turn. Now we really need to search buildings. Arthur could go in there, and he could just do his crossbow against each one, so like bang, bang. But if he was to miss one, then they would attack him. All that nastiness. He does have some shots with it, though. He's actually only got 3. And we do have to search these buildings, so...
And we also have the Howler there. Now, with the Howler's ability...
Is that a Howler
That's
or a
a
Hazer?
Howler.
That's a Hazer.
Oh, a Hazer, okay.
Howlers have a mark on their chest.
Yeah.
You know what? This is the middle tile. Again, the way noise works is you want to use quiet weapons in the middle tile. I have a crossbow, so I'm going to do it. An action to go in there. And da-da-da-da. Yeah, it's the phone store. There we go. And I don't have to roll with the spawn zombies because we already know how many's in there. So he's going to shoot his little hand crossbow at the carcass. The carcass has a defense of 6 against this kind of weapon, so... Just got him. So 1 crossbow bolt.
So lucky.
To take him out, and now I have to do my second action to try and kill the Hazer. I also need a 6 to take him out. I do. So I got 1 shot left with my crossbow, but I did get rid of both the zombies. But we're nowhere near closer to finding... Well, I guess we're 1 spot closer to finding the HQ. Just move my crossbow track down to 1. He desperately needs to find ammo. He's got 1 shot in each of his weapons left. Now it's Yuri's turn.
Yep, Yuri's turn. He's standing here. He's ready to go into a building. He's going to go in the building.
Okay, so it's going to be 1 action to go.
Yep.
1 action to go there, and the second one to go in. And it's going to be... Ooh, the candy shop!
Oh, nice.
That's actually pretty good to find. We'll put that down.
I'm kind of hungry, so that's good.
Let's see what we get. You know what? Made a mistake. Yuri ended his turn here last time, is what we meant. I don't know why he was there. So instead of moving 1 tile for 1 action, he ended his turn there last time. He spent 1 action going in, so you have 2 actions left. Okay, so for the candy shop, you never roll the biohazard die as there's never zombies in there. And you automatically draw 1 weapon, 1 supply, and 1 ammo card. And it lasts for 1 whole game round. At the end of the game round, at the end of the game round it's flipped over, but when, yeah, it's pretty much it, just flipped the rune side over. And if you're still in there when the runes are flipped over, you take damage. Because it's kind of crumbling as you go in there. So you kind of grab some things. So you only have a finite amount of time. Right, so the way it works is when you go inside of it, it lasts for 1 game round, but then after that 1 game round, once the last one leaves it, that's when it flips over. So say by the end of this round, and then on your next turn, you leave it, you just flip it over. It only has that 1 bonus though, the initial find. You can still search it afterwards, but...
Yeah, but I get the 3 items, or the 3
yes.
things right away.
So Yuri's going to get that. So Yuri's going to get a weapon, which is going to be a
Molotov.
Okay, that's pretty good.
And, nice. Defibrillator.
Defibrillator, okay. Sun could use that. And shotgun ammo.
Yeah.
So you immediately use this, you roll a d6, and you get that much shotgun ammo.
Come on, baby.
So 5. He doesn't have a shotgun, but he can carry the ammo, and he can give it to another survivor.
So 5 for that.
So Yuri will have 5 shotgun ammunition, which you can trade to other survivors. You're 1 off of getting the explosive one. You got your defibrillator, which gives you your maximum supply carrying capacity. And you have your Molotov cocktail, which gives you your 3rd weapon, which is all you can carry. Now, this is one-time use, obviously. It's got a range of 6 squares. It can't be used indoors. But it can target up to 4 zombies within those 6 squares. And it's flammable, so that does a ton of damage. Except it's got a collateral effect to it. So when you throw this weapon, if it malfunctions, you know how like when a weapon breaks, you roll really poorly, you just take 2 damage. It just explodes in your hand.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. But it's your 3rd weapon. Now you could continue searching it or you could leave.
Yeah.
It only has that 1 really bonus effect.
So what I'm going to do is I decide Yuri's going to leave. So that was the 1 action. He goes out. That's 2 actions, and he's moving up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's gonna just
stay right
camp
there.
out right there.
Alrighty. Now it comes down to Sun before the zombie turn, so it's 1 action to leave. And then, she's pretty hurt. Because she's almost at 5, she takes the negatives for 10 health remaining, so we're 10 health lost. -2 movement, -1 with thrown weapons or crossbows, and -2 with aimed weapons too, which sucks. But her melee is still good for now. But -2 movement, she's only moving 3. Her second action is going to be 1, 2, 3. And her last action is going to be 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to get away from that blobber.
The whole plan was me to move there with Chaos.
I know.
So that I could give you health.
Yeah, but like I could go there and then take the item from you, but I'd be stuck there, and the blobber's just going to come out and hose me down for 3 more damage.
But they're going to hose me down.
Yeah, it's okay. You got 20 health. This is for the greater good. I'm hitting my turn up there. Zombie turn. Spawning zombies at the sign for 0.
Nice.
That's pretty good. Spawning zombies at the morgue.
Nothing.
For 0. Wow.
You could've
What a
got
turn.
better roll.
That was a good turn. Okay. Now we still have to move them. The hazer moves 2, so 1, 2. And then he moves out 1. And then this guy moves out 1. The blobbers here just move 1.
They move up 1.
They're 1 zombie off of being a horde.
Yep.
And now he's going to lob his little toxic grenade at you 1 square away. And you do not have a gas mask, so you take 2. And he's going to hose you down with his putrid intestines for 5 damage.
Yeah.
That is no good. Whereas the Howler's just going to sit there and stare at you menacingly. Which brings Chaos down to 15. But the full turn is done, and this turns into ruins. Poosh, to not be entered again. And if you go into ruins, you take damage. But you can hide in ruins from zombies. Okay, because Chaos is wounded, the only thing lowered is his movement. He's down to movement 4.
Yeah, he gets a minus onto his movement. So what I'm going to do, because, his best friend right here...
You know what? I forgot the hazer.
Away.
I forgot the hazer was going to cut us off, so our plan is delayed. There's not a whole lot of organization going on here.
So he's following suit, and he's running away too as well.
So he's going to go first action.
2, 3, 4.
Jumping in the alleyway.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4.
You'd be here on 4.
Okay, right there.
Yep.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4.
And that's it. Chaos is done. He left. He was gone. Oh boy. Arthur's turn next. He's gonna search. Supplies, eh? Well, he can carry 1 more. So he's gonna get... Oh, there's the energy drink I was talking about. So what the energy drink does, it doesn't cost any action points to use because it'd be pointless at that point, but it gives you 1 free movement action. So you pop this for 1 free movement action, so you can go a little bit faster for 1 round, but it's a one-time use. He desperately needs more ammo, so I'm stuck between just leaving and going to search the other small buildings, because he's fast, right? He's going to do it. But he needs more ammo, he can't...
You know what? If you get stuck into a situation with more zombies and you don't have anything to shoot at them with, you're going to throw your gun at them. So I would get more ammo first.
One thing is if you have no weapons to use, you're always equipped with a combat knife that is -1 combat roll.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you roll is always -1, but you can still kill zombies with it. But we really do need to explore these buildings, so I'm going to leave. 1 action to leave, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because he's got fast boots on. Yuri's up next.
Yuri is just going to use his actions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's staying here because if he goes into this room for his last action, zombies might spawn and they will take some shots at me, and I don't want that.
That's fair. I wouldn't want that either. All right, son. You're not doing so hot at all. 1, 2, 3. Oh, man, to go in there. Here's my last action to get in there. Oh, but we need to get in there. But I need health. And I'm being abandoned. Oh, jeez. I think I'm going to... Oh, gosh. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to enter the building for an action.
And then search.
And then... Oh, I know, but if I search and spawn a zombie, bad things are going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm searching. Please, no zombie. A weapon.
A weapon.
What's it going to be? It's going to be a crossbow. A full-on crossbow. At least I have a ranged weapon. So nothing special about this other than the fact that it's got long range and it's a silent weapon. So D6 ammo for 2. Okay, not bad. And that makes it the zombie turn. Now there's no predetermined turns, it's just until you either win or you lose in this game, or in this scenario. Spawning zombies there for 1.
1.
Now we got lucky last time not spawning any zombies. Okay, we got a hazer. Right there. The morgue? 2. So we're gonna flip, we're gonna get a carcass. And a hazer. Nice. So we'll spawn in there. Now, one thing actually I haven't mentioned, we're kind of part of the game, but been playing according to it. Line of sight. Survivors have line of sight up to 3 tiles away, which is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Obviously, buildings block it, so a survivor can see all the way down to the end of a road. Whereas a zombie only has line of sight for 2 tiles, so these zombies can only see, well, can see their own tile on this tile, and they can only see their tile on this tile. Now, the way zombies move, they follow an order of operations. First, they move towards noise, always, and then they move towards other zombies that are attacking survivors, and then they move towards a survivor in line of sight, and then lastly, they move straight. They just kind of keep going straight, and when they come to an impasse, you kind of just roll off and decide which direction they're going. And that's individual for each zombie until they form a horde, and then they just move in one form. I forgot to mention the zombies also move when a survivor ends their turn within line of sight. That hasn't happened yet. So say, we'll take Sun. Say she moved and she ended her turn there. Then the zombies would move towards her immediately. And then at the end of their turn, they would just move towards her again. If you ever end your turn within line of sight of a zombie, it triggers them to move. So we obviously just don't want to do that.
Got a question then. So from where Arthur is really fast, and if he was in line of sight and the zombies hit him, would he be considered fast food?
Yes. 100%. Thank you, Rob. So we're going to figure out where these zombies are going to go. We are going to have to, because they don't have line of sight on anyone, they're going to have to randomize their movement. Now, they're not a horde yet, so they're not one unified movement. So the blobber out front, 4 up is going that way, 1 to 3 is going that way. So he's going to go this way. And then the next blobber, going to go up. Next blobber, going to go up.
No, one's that way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, one's that way. And then the last carcass is this way. So they split up a little bit. And then this hazer moves 2, so he'd go there. His hazer 4 up is going to go up. 1 to 3 is going to go left, or to the right. So 1, 2. And then these guys just kind of go one space there. And then the hazers come out. 1, 2. And the carcass comes out to there. And the way the zombies form a horde is that they have 5 zombies that are all within 3 squares of each other. So if these 3 squares had 5 zombies, so if this hazer was there, they'd have formed a horde. But he's not, he's there. And the same for, these guys have now formed a horde because the hazer ended there. And now they're a unified horde, and now they're going to move as one being. Alright, Chaos, here we go.
So Chaos is going to, first action is he's taking his combat shotgun, he's switching it out for this lovely little weapon right here.
Collapsible scythe.
That's right. So the collapsible scythe has a range of 2 and it can kill 2 zombies.
So that's one action to swap out your weapon. You have 2 left.
So it's going to go 1, 2, 3. And then that's my second. Action. And I'm just going to freeze there because if I go in again...
You too afraid to go in there?
Oh, yeah. Right now, of course I am. We played the one game off camera. I'm petrified to go in there because I know what will happen.
Arthur's going to go. He's going to get a little close and personal to, if I go there, I'm going to get hit by that stupid thing's... I can't go. I don't want to take the 3 damage from its stupid toxic gas. I think I need to try and shoot it, the blobber. But he's immune to my damage. So you want to take a peek at the blobber. All weapons break on him on a 4 or less. You can only hurt him with melee on a 9. Explosive kills him on a 6. Incendiary on a 6. He's immune to any thrown knives or crossbows. He's immune to electrical. He's immune to pistols. Assault rifles kill him on a 6. Shotguns on a 7. And he's immune to frost. So he's super tough to kill. And he's got that aura of here's 3 damage. You know what, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. And I'm going to just stop there. Actually, I forgot I got goggles. I'm going to go into that building. See how many zombies are in there. There's 2. I'm not going to go in.
Nope.
And they're going to be a howler and 2 howlers. So, that one's the dangerous room too. Why can't we find our HQ, Rob?
I don't know.
All right.
Yuri is going to go in this building.
And what's it going to be?
Oh, it is.
Oh, it's just a hair salon.
Yeah. I can get my hair done.
Oh, I suppose you... Oh, that's right. That's an office building.
Well, I can send emails out.
How many zombies?
None.
2!
No!
So, we're going to have a carcass and a howler. Carcass and howler, but you can attack them with your katana.
Yes, and I can kill 2 zombies with it.
Yes, so you're looking for a 6 to kill them, I believe. So you just roll your 2 combat dice, looking for a 6+.
Yes!
You cut both their heads off with the katana.
Pew! They're gone.
And you have 1 action left.
I do. I know what I'm doing.
Do you want to leave or search?
I'm searching.
All right. So, search die. Getting supplies.
Oh.
Do you already have 2 supplies? Maybe you'll get the biohazard one. So whatever you draw, you have to pretty much cycle. So if you If you don't like what you have, you don't have to keep it, but you can
No.
also get rid of one of your other things. Biohazard. 2
Ooh,
chocolate bars.
chocolate bars.
It's not as good as what you got, though.
No, yeah, this is gone.
So the rough thing is, once the supplies and the ammo and the weapons are out, that's it. They're gone. So that was just a dead draw. Sanna's going to desperately search in there for something to heal herself with. So we are going to roll ammo. I think that's good. Yeah, I could live with that. She's got a crossbow, so she's going to get shotgun shells naturally. And it's going to be 5 shotgun shells. Jeez.
Ooh.
So it puts me at 5 shotgun shells. I'm just going to leave for a second action. I got to go find a small building, and I need medication. We're leaving for an action, and then I think she moves 3. So 1, 2, 3. She's done. And the zombies don't see me because they can only see into this tile. So we still have to spawn some zombies, though. Zombie spawning, getting 1. And it's going to be a howler. So he'll go right there. And the old morgue is getting 1. It's going to be a howler. And it's going to be a howler. Alright, so we're going to move zombies now after we spawn them. Hordes move first because, if they didn't, say this guy goes here. Because zombies are only allowed 1 movement action, he would move there, and then the horde would move, and then he would get an extra movement out of it. So the horde's going to move first, and there's no line of sight, so we got to randomize it. So they're either going this way or that way. So 4 up, they're going up. They're not, they're going this way. They're going to maybe make one massive horde. So 1, 2, and then that guy kind of goes there. But he kind of falls out of the horde, he falls behind. So they're not a horde anymore now.
No.
This guy will go up 1. We are going to say this guy's going to go up on a 4. He will not. He'll go 1, 2. And then this guy's going to go up on a 4. He will. Blobber up on a 4. Nope. And then that carcass, actually no, he just goes there. Now this guy is going to go, well, this way. Now we got another horde formed. But no more movement there. And then this guy's just going to pop out of the building. We almost have a horde here. We're back to chaos.
Chaos is causing havoc because he's going in the building. Why? Why not?
Because I'm hoping it's the HQ.
That's right. So that's the one action to go in.
It's going to be...
Dun 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 dun. No, it's not.
Well, it's a laundromat.
Yeah.
So laundromat is spawned, and...
He does have dirty clothes.
Are you going to say that for all the buildings you enter? No!
Nothing!
No,
Yes!
So that's only one action to go in there. How terrible would it be if this is like, this turns out, that's the last building we search. It's like one of these terrible buildings or something. We're running out. We've got these 3 here. Oh, we got those 2 over there.
Yeah,
I think
we do.
Sun might, oh no, I have to go in the alleyway here to get them though.
Yep. And for my last 2 actions, one to go out, because I'm not going to search in there. We got to try to find our HQ.
And you're already pretty well equipped.
Yeah, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do you have any medical supplies on that guy?
Oh, that's a good question, Luca.
Oh, look at that. Maybe we do. All right, Arthur's got a... Okay, so Arthur has a 1 shot with his hand crossbow, and when he goes in there, and then he'd have to attack with his combat knife. Actually, no, he doesn't. He wouldn't be able to attack. He'd have to spend... He would just get it. Oh, man. Say he would go in there. He's got 1 shot. He could kill a zombie, and then he has no actions left to swap out a weapon and attack. So he could swap a weapon, but he wouldn't have any actions left. He's just going to get attacked by the zombie. So I think Arthur is just going to leave. And someone else can deal with them. Alright, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And followed up by another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? We'll go there, and we're going to give Sun some supplies. I'm going to give her these canned foods. It's a 50-50 chance it actually heals, but you know what? It's better than nothing. That will go over to Sun. And then Arthur is done. Yuri's turn.
Yuri is going to go out for 1 action. He's going to move over there, and he's stopping because if he went in there, that's his 3rd action. He's preparing for next time to go in to this small building and attack the 2 zombies.
Yeah, if he was to walk in there, he wouldn't have enough action.
But he really can't see them zombies, though, because he can't see through the door.
He was warned by Arthur. Arthur...
Yes, because it does say in the rule book that they have radios and comm links that they can tell people.
He was warned by Arthur that there's zombies in there. So if he was to go in there, he'd have no actions to attack, and he would just take 6 damage. For free! And then the zombies would attack him for another 6 damage on the zombie turn.
That's right.
On to Sun's turn, her first action, she's going to try and eat this canned food. So, the way this works is, on a 1, 3, 5, I take a damage. On a 2, 4, 6, I gain 4 health. So that'd be great if I actually...
No.
Now, last game, that never worked.
I was going to say that. You remember last game? You did it twice.
Yep, I failed both times, and boy, did that almost kill me. Funny enough, I'm not the one who lost last game.
Hey, we lost as a team.
Come on. Evens! Why?
Ah!
No, it's even worse because she's at
Again.
5 now. So she's -2 melee, -2 with any ranged guns, -2 with any crossbows or thrown weapons, and -3 movement. She's got 2 actions left, though, thank goodness. I'm going to move there and ask Chaos kindly to give me a medical kit. Please.
Yes, I'll
Please,
give it
sir.
to you. I'll give it to you.
Sun is being currently worthless. It's a zombie turn, and boy, are we running out of zombies fast. We're getting one here, and it's going to be Blobber. Oh, it is a
It
Blobber.
is a blobber.
I was right. Oop. Morgue, spawning 1. And we've got the Carcass. Now, we're out of the zombie deck. What we're just going to do is shuffle it back up. The only time, once you run out of zombies to spawn, no more zombies spawn, but obviously you have zombies swarming around the board at that point. So a Carcass kind of walks out of the morgue. All right, let's move some zombies. Let's see if this guy goes forward. He doesn't actually have line of sight because he's not in this tile. If he was in this tile, he would have had line of sight to them. So on a 4-up, he's going forward. He's not. He's actually going back down this way. And then move the Carcass. 4-up, he's going up. Nope, he's going this way. And then this Howler is... Oh, sorry, he's just going that way.
Yeah, he just moved.
And the Carcass is coming out. Now the Blobber, 4-up for that way. Nope, he's going back this way. Now we got a Horde. The Hazer, that way 4-up. Yes, he's going to go there. I forgot to move that Horde first, so we'll move that Hazer that way after the Horde moves, and they're going to go this direction. Yeah, this direction. So they're going to go 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, and 1. And
That's
now,
a lot of zombies.
And now this Hazer would move over this way. Now we got a Horde again. It's hard to keep the Horde with the Hazer, so often, in my experience, the Hazers end up making their own Horde, and they kind of just go off in their own direction. Blobber's going to go that way on a 4-up. Nope. Wow, why are they all going this way? Up, up. On to Chaos over here. What's he going to do? So ideally, we want to get to these 2 little buildings. We don't want to go down here because this guy's got that aura of 1, 2. Once you hit that tile, we start taking damage. And not to mention, we'll be in their line of sight too, which will start dragging them towards us. But we can take a shortcut and cut through the basketball court. That's what Chaos is going to do.
Chaos is going.
So he moves 4, 2, 3, 4, and then again, it doesn't cost actions to enter the buildings here, but
so that will be 1.
It would be 1 to hit there as a survivor. Only zombies pass through those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and
so
then
that's 2 actions.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, you could go there, or you could end there.
And 1, 2, 3, 4.
There he is. Arthur's going to be trying to be quick and silent. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's only when you end your turn. But it is at the end of each player action, at the end of a movement, when they move. So I was within their line of sight, so they're all coming up. But they're slow, so I'm not too concerned. And only 4 can fit in that tile there, so he's just going to move there. So we do have a Horde kind of honing in on us now, though. So second action to there, and I'm going to use my third action to use my thermal goggles and see inside of there. Goggles! 2 zombies. So we're going to have a Hazer, as well as a Howler. Alright, so we got a Howler and a Hazer. But I'm not going to go in because I don't have enough ammo to actually do anything. So all he's doing is kind of going around, finding out what's in the buildings and just radioing it in. On to Yuri.
Yuri's going to go in that building because he's ready to battle.
Let's see what it is. And it's going to be... Nope, that's the hair salon. So still...
no HQ.
Still no HQ. But you have to immediately use one of your actions to fight him.
Yep, and I got my katana equipped.
So, might as well. So you need 6s to beat Howlers and melee. Your katana can target 2 guys.
No!
You rolled a double 1!
No, that was the worst roll ever!
Your katana breaks because you rolled a 3 or less. So pass from the katana, it's gone forever for the rest.
Don't want no.
Rip. And you take 6 damage.
Ouch.
Okay, so you have 1 action left because you entered the building and fought.
Yeah.
Good news, this is not the HQ, but you have to leave.
Yeah, he's like, ow, I'm getting out of here. Ah!
He leaves, just because he has no weapons that can hurt the Howlers inside. He's got a flamethrower and a Molotov, which are only usable outside of buildings.
Yes.
So if he ended his turn in there, they would just hit him in the zombie face.
But we do know that this is not the HQ. And also, these 2 zombies are trapped in here.
Exactly. So those zombies are trapped in there for the rest of the game. So that's not the worst, but you did take 6 damage for that.
Yes.
Well, that's actually bad because you're -1 movement, -1 with thrown weapons, and -1 melee.
I do have a baby coming up, though.
That's true. You can defib yourself.
Yep.
On the Sun's turn, I'm going to heal 4, putting me up to 9. Which is okay, but I'd like to be around 15, so I need to heal 6 more. So, Sun only moves 3 now, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And she's done. She's going to try and clear out that building. She does have good weapons to fight them, but it's going to be noisy. Zombie turn now. Spawning over here. 2 zombies!
Uh-oh.
So we've got a Hazer and a Hazer. Do we even have 2 Hazers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
got
have
2
exactly
Hazers.
2 Hazers left. We got exactly 2 Hazers left. We're trying our best to avoid zombies. We do have the flamethrower, Molotov, shotguns to deal with them, but for now we're really trying to find the HQ, then we'll deal with the zombies. Spawning zombies over here. 3!
Oh.
So ignoring everything but Hazer. So we got the last blobber.
Blobby.
And 2 more. Ignoring
Hazer.
that one. Actually, we just have 3, only carcasses left.
Yeah.
So blobber and 2 carcasses are coming. There's only 1 carcass left in the zombie pool. And they're spawning right in the morgue. So these guys are just going to move up 1. Keep going in the direction they were going. This guy's right behind. This horde is going to move, so we're going to keep going the direction they were going. Oh, that's another Hazer. Move them first. As you can see, the Hazers are starting to kind of gather up. Moving up. Moving up. Moving up. And then this Hazer would move independently, so 1, 2, he would go there. Which actually joins them up to this massive horde now. Actually, no, it's only tiles of 3, so it's just these 3 hordes. This guy's going to continue this way. 4 up, he goes forward. Nope, he's going to go this way. He's going to go up, and then these 2 Hazers are going to go up.
They all seem to like that alleyway. Or not alleyway.
I know, it's
the
just, I
road.
don't know why, but they're going down this way. Now they're a horde as well. And these 3 are going to pop out of the morgue and end here. Jeez. This is brutal. Chaos is up first.
Chaos is going to there for his 1 action.
Second action to go in.
Yep, second action.
And you want it to be the HQ?
Yes.
Nope.
Oh.
What is that? That's an office building as well. And there's the office building. It can only ever be 1 carcass here, so...
Yeah.
Nope. So we just got the 1 carcass. So we're at the point where we're pretty safe to go into buildings because we can't spawn anything else. But you have to fight them now with your last action. You need a 6 to beat up this carcass. A 3.
Oh.
Sir, your weapon just broke.
No way.
It's gone.
Jeez.
Nope. Bye-bye.
That's just horrible.
And because you tried to attack him and you missed, he hit you for 2.
Lovely.
We're running out of small buildings. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. I am hoping to all hope that it's that one, because no one wants to go back here.
Or here.
You have to deal with this, yeah.
Oh.
All right, Arthur. He's gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. End his turn there. He's gonna search this, and it's gonna be a supply. Kind of zoom, focus. I think you guys can kind of see that. Oh, thank you, Rob. Supply symbol. So now we search that. It goes upside down, and I take a supply card, which is a medical pack. All right.
What?
So he gains a 2nd supply, which is a medical pack. And he's going to search again. Search the parking lot now. Or the basketball court. Let's see what I get. I need ammo. Okay,
Whoa.
That's good enough. And ammo. Assault rifle ammunition. Awesome.
None of us had an assault rifle.
1 shot! 1 AR round. Great. He's done. All right, Yuri, he's going to go search for ammo or a weapon.
Yeah, because I'm not going in there.
No,
so
that's suicide.
That's
One
action.
2 to go
2
in.
action go in, and I'm going to search.
Now, it's safe to search here. You could, on the search die, you could always get the hazard symbol, biohazard symbol to spawn zombies, but there's no zombies in the pool to spawn, so you're safe to go, actually.
I want a weapon. That's
yes.
what I need.
But there's the alarm, everyone! Alright, so all zombies on the board, double move towards that location, and then we would double spawn zombies, but we have none in the pool. So,
Why?
we'll do the hordes first. So, they get two movement actions as a whole.
Yep.
So they'll go there, and then they'll move again. To there. This is bad now, because they're going to start coming down this way.
Yep.
And now this horde is going to be moving this direction. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then they're going to move again. So 1. He would go 2, but he can only have 4 models in that one space. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, only 4. Now it's a big horde of 8. 1, 1, 1. Now it's shortest for these guys to come up this way, so that's what they'll do. This horde is going to move. 1, 2. Oh, they're going to get to you fast. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. And now these guys, they would go this way as well. Because you have to count all the tiles, and the shortest distance would definitely be that, because it takes a long time to funnel through the alleys.
Yeah.
So they're moving 2, and he'd move 2. Interesting. Good trigger on the alarm.
Yeah.
Sun's gonna go. 1, 2, 3. End her movement there, which triggers their line of sight. So I'm not too sure which one takes precedent, but I think the blobber makes the most sense to push his way in. Only one zombie can fit there, so only the one zombie is gonna move in, but I'm still not within his 3. And then my second action, I'm gonna enter the building. HQ please. HQ please.
HQ.
Oh, it's a fuel station.
Oh.
Woo! It's a fuel station. I have to immediately use my last action to attack with my buzzsaw, which is going to attract more zombies. So it's a Hazer and a Howler. They both need a 6 to kill with melee. I will roll a 7 and get them both.
Oh.
I have no negatives on my melee until I'm at 5 health. And they're out of here.
And you also added 2 zombies to the zombie pool.
Exactly. And also I added noise. So attracting all the zombies in these adjacent tiles. So it's going to be bam. And then, I don't know, a Howler, I guess. And then these guys will move up to here. And then these guys move up 1. Look at that. We got friends coming, my friend Rob. Look at this!
But
look at this!
There's a big benefit here, though, because then we know that the HQ isn't around this horde.
No, we can just, we can outrun them or outpace them.
Yes.
Normally, you'd find the HQ by now, but no! At least with the fuel station, you can exit to there. So I'm not trapped going backwards there. But that is the end of Sun's turn, which means it's the zombie turn.
Yes.
So we're automatically going to take 2 damage for being in there.
Yeah, so Chaos is taking 2 damage.
Putting him at 11. Let's spawn some zombies as we have 2 more to spawn.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the pool. Nope.
Nothing. Yeah.
And over here, 1.
1.
It's the Howler. He's going to go there. I'm just going to move him out there for simplicity. Now these guys are going to go here. And we're going to randomly see which way they go. 4 up, they go left. Nope, they go right here.
Oh, no. But there was also the back way, too, they could have went.
No, they always
I
kind of
know,
keep
I
going
know.
the same direction. Everyone's going to keep going the direction they were going. That guy has to 4 up it. 4 up, he's going up. Yep. These guys are going to keep... Oh, they were going this way because they were directed this way. That's right. They're going to keep going the last direction they were told to go. So he's going to move up. And then kind of just swarm.
That's a nasty group.
Oh, he already moved. Yeah, that is pretty brutal. We got a lot of zombies on the board. All right, Chaos, your movement -1, so you're still movement 4. You're good.
So, 1 action,
Yep,
and then he can move 4.
correct.
Now, the problem is like,
You're safe, though, because if you end... Okay, no, you're going to end there.
yeah.
Wait, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you'll be fine, actually, because you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to attract them.
Yeah, that's probably
Boom.
the best thing to do.
So not attracting the zombies. Once
No.
you end your movement within line of sight of the zombie, well, you would actually. So he would be pulled up there. So let's backtrack that. So you're there. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. End your movement within line of sight of the zombies, pulling them in, and then you'd go 1, 2, take 3 damage.
No.
3, 4.
Luka.
And funneling more and more zombies in the alleyway.
Yeah, and I am down.
Oh man, it's a good thing I can leave that way. It's good old useless Arthur's turn. He's gonna. The worst thing is like there's no shortcut to get over this way, so you have to like get up and around.
You're gonna have to make
He's
your way.
super-
You could go to here and
He's
then
super
start
fast.
going.
He's gonna have to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. End his turn there, and oh no, he's gonna take a bunch of damage from these guys.
Oh yeah, because they lob some grenades.
Yeah, he'll end his movement there because they can see there. They can see the whole tile. And then he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And no line of sight on me because you can only see down directly the alleyways when you're in the alley. Other than that, though, that's it. That's his 3 movements. It's Yuri's turn.
Yuri, he is going to take 1 action, and because the Molotov was on top, he's switching it out.
To the flamer.
For the flamer, his second action is going out, And his third action is going to flame this group of zombies.
So you have to roll 5s to kill both of them.
Oh, I need to torch them.
Or don't roll a 3. Hey!
Oh my, it's broken! This is like 3 times in a row I broke the weapons! Like, God, jeez!
There goes all your flame!
No!
There's only one flamer in the game, so the ammo's pretty much useless at this point.
Yeah!
You don't get it back. Hey, but he got Molotov cocktail. You can throw that as the last action before you get hit by a zombie. Oh, wait.
I don't think I can.
You take 4 you're gonna take...
He's got his gas mask
Bam.
on.
Oh, yeah, so you're just gonna take 2 damage because the one zombie can move in there and attack you. Wait, scratch that. If there's not enough movement to get into there, they'll attack you from the adjacent square. You're just gonna take 4 damage from both of them biting you. Because they can't hurt you with a thrown weapon because you got a gas mask on. And that's it. He swapped his weapon, so his turn's done. That's all 3 actions.
That, like, this is the worst
Oh.
thing that can happen to me. Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
And you're trapped in the corner with them too. Remember, everyone, if that stupid Yuri dies, we lose.
Yeah.
We haven't even finished the first part yet.
We didn't even get to the HQ, and we're like in dire straits here. But Yuri has an ace up his sleeve because he has his defibrillator still.
Okay, so he can heal 5, 6 because he's got the bio armor.
Yes.
So 1 to leave, and then oh, I'm gonna track the zombies. Oh, jeez, Yuri can't afford to take the damage. She can't. She simply can't afford to take the damage.
Son.
Son. Yeah, sorry, Son can't afford to take.
Yuri. Yuri can't take a damage either.
So she's got 3 movement, right? So say she goes 1, 2, 3. She ends her movement there. She tracks the zombies. 1, 2. They throw their little bomb at me.
Oh, they got the bomb.
Yes.
And you're not immune to it either.
Nope. So I can't move there. So I'm kind of stuck here. So instead, I'm just gonna sit in the fuel area and search. So Yuri's just Son's just gonna search. Just go. Oh! She's gonna take supplies. Or did she take ammo? No supplies. Supplies.
Oh! And there's 1 left.
It's okay. There's only 1
Don't
zombie.
even have to roll it.
So what you would do? This one's bad. That is bad because you roll a d6 instead of the biohazard die. So you can spawn up to 6 zombies. I would have spawned 5 zombies if we had them right there because they always spawn at the biohazard sign.
Yeah.
So just the 1. The game's really biting us in the butt here, Rob.
Oh, it is.
I got 2 actions left. I'm gonna search the fuel station. Woo!
Oh, you got an alarm!
Woo!
Oh no! Gee.
Rob wants to do the alarm for us.
That's the alarm.
That's actually pretty good. Right, so to there, they're all gonna filter in. There we go. They're done. This guy would move too because they do a double movement.
Yep.
I'm not too sure because they can't go in the building, so they're gonna surround the building. You know what? They surround the building because they have enough to stay in one big chain. So I'm slowly dying here. So they all move 2. There we go. Oh, that guy will go to there. And then he will go there. There we go. They split off in 2 different hordes. Slowly surrounding the building. Scratch that. Zombies can't actually enter this tile, so they'd all be back 1. Boop, 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 boop. They can't end their turn there, or end their movement there, I should say. Now we have to move these guys, so double moving all of them to over here. And they're gonna move to get over there. It's quickest to go this way, so to there, to there, to there, because it's a hazer. And then you're lucky. They're leaving you.
I can live with that.
And my last action. Let's do it again. Oh, supplies. There we go. We're almost out of supplies. We got like 3 cards left. Pretzels, I think. Back to the zombie turn. We're going to go ahead and move this horde first. Just kind of keep going the way they were going.
And we spawn more zombies, but there's no zombies.
Oh, wait, sorry.
to
I didn't see
spawn.
they have line of sight this way, so it's going to go there. And they're also going to hang out here. They'll stay there.
Oh, that's not good.
He'll stay there, and then he'll go there. And then he has to 4-up it. He goes up. Nope, he does actually. Then he keeps going up. And that's, these guys are going to go 1, 2. Well, Cannon's turn there, so he'll go there. And then he'll stop there. And I forgot these guys were actually going in this direction originally, so they were going to keep going that way. Boom, there we go. And the very exciting Howler moves up. So while Rob's thinking he's got chaos, he can go this way and get killed by zombies, or he can go this way and get killed by zombies. Or he can go this way and then jump up on the roof, and then just hide up there for the rest of the game.
Well, at least until the zombies pass.
Until the zombies pass?
Yes.
Is that what you want to do? Because the second you go out there, you get 3 damage.
I know.
So you're gonna. What is your movement down to? 3.
So, yeah, my movement is down to 2.
That's -2.
-2.
Yes,
So yeah, it's 3. I'm going to go
1.
out of the building for 1.
No, that's just one movement.
That's right. So it's 1, 2.
Where do you go from here, Rob?
I don't know. Look, I'm scared. Actually, I got 1 shot left with my shotgun. I wonder if I go here and then take a pot shot.
Go for it.
It's all or nothing now because we are hurting really bad.
3. You end your movement there,
And I'm going to shoot.
but they get to move first. If you want to end your movement.
Oh,
there.
that's right. I can still shoot them though.
Yeah, but they're gonna hit you with their bombs first. So what you could do is you end your movement there.
Yep.
They see you. They move up at the end of your movement, and then you can shoot them.
I can shoot. That's
Yep.
what I'm doing. Smart.
Oh,
Very
wait.
smart.
They move 2, so they're gonna get you no matter what. My bad.
Unless I end up my movement here.
That's true too. You could do that. There we go. It's all fixed.
Yes.
So he went to there. They seen him. They followed him, but they're not in range to attack him.
No.
And then this guy.
This guy's around the corner. He can't see.
Yeah, they said the corners. You can, as long as you're in this tile, which you are, you can see that way. So he's gonna move there. He'll move there, and since it's part of a horde, he would have to move as well.
Yeah.
And then actually, this is all one connected horde, so they would all kind of move out. There you go. You got 1 shot with your shotgun.
And I got 1 shotgun shell left, so now I'm empty.
You're gonna try and kill 2 hazers. It's brutal and it's noisy, but you know what? Or it's got impact. So you're killing them on 5s, I believe. They are hazers.
Yeah.
You're killing them on 4s.
And the thing is I just hope I don't roll 2 1s again.
It's gonna happen. You kill them. You get a +1, but you also get a -1. So you're just a 5 base, but that's enough to kill them with a shotgun.
Yes.
So it kills both of them.
But it does generate noise.
Which will attract this guy. Who's gonna throw you take 2 damage. Because he throws a little toxic bomb at you. And then these guys move up. And the whole horde kind of keeps on coming. Hey, you're pulling the horde out of the alleyway at least.
A little bit.
And the noise also attracts these guys. And let's not forget that guy. It's Arthur's turn now. He's doing pretty good. So he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they can't see me there. So his next action is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's gonna look inside the building. And it's gonna be 3 zombies. What that means is 2 hazers, because that's all we have. It's Yuri's turn
Yuri is going to finally use his defibrillator
for 5.
go up 5, so that is gone.
He gets +1 though because he's Yuri.
Oh, that's right.
He's
So
got
he
the
heals 6. Nice.
So he's at 16 health again. Puts him back to pretty healthy status.
And that was 1 action. I got 2 actions left.
Yep, you move 5 again.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I'm hiding so they can't see me.
Yeah, you jumped in the alleyway.
Yeah, and I'm not even going in there yet because that will be the definite mistake. I don't even have any weapons.
You got Molotov.
Yeah, but you can't do it inside the building.
I know. And we just realized there's no zombies to spawn, so we're just gonna...
Yeah, I'm going in. Hit you, hit you, hit you.
HQ!
Yes! Well, we did at least complete 1 part of the first mission.
Objective A of 2 objectives done. Now we'll reveal objective number 2.
Yes.
Gather supplies and bring them back to the HQ.
Luka, to be honest, I'm busting out in a sweat right now because this game is a lot of fun. But it's very challenging, and it gets frustrating which board game should all be about.
I agree. This is not going very well for us, though.
No.
Okay, so we've added our second objectives to the board. We have to gather these supply caches. We got 1 there, 2 there, 3 right in the middle there, 4 inside of the hair salon, and 5 on this rooftop or inside of the building. It's whatever the player chooses to do. They can either go to the top and grab it, or go inside of the building and grab it. So we have to go get our characters to these caches. We pick them up as an action, and we put them in our little inventory thing. You can carry 1 at a time, and we have to get them and use an action to drop them off in the HQ. Once all 5 have been dropped off in the HQ and all 4 players are alive in the HQ, we win the game. That is not going to be easy, though. Going to move on to Sun's turn. She's going to use her pretzels to heal. On a 1-3-5, I take a damage. I actually healed 2, so I'm up to 11 now. You know what? Oh, so she either stands there and searches again, or she goes out there to start carving up zombies, which we absolutely need to do. I could spend an action and go out there and start carving them up, because I can kill both of them, but he's killed on a 9. I get +1 to my roll because it's a impact weapon, or high impact, but I need to roll an 8 or more to kill him off.
And you're in his zone.
So I'm going to take 3 damage regardless.
Yes.
The second I go out there, I take 3. I'm going to wait to see where the horde goes. I'm going to spend one more action to search. I'm going to spawn no zombies. But that's my last action. That's it. Zombie turn.
Oh, boy.
Well, this horde is going to go up this way the way it was going. I'm going to stay there. You'll stay there. They're kind of just funneling in through that alleyway until something else attracts them. So we're going to move this horde. We're going to go 1. He's going to do 3 damage to you.
Really?
Really?
Oh, no.
They're all going to go up. He's joining up there. He's got to go 1, 2. 1, 2. And so he took 3 damage. You're what, down to 1?
No, I'm down to 3.
He is going to throw a bomb at you. So he's going to move into the space with you and attack you for 2. That puts you at 1.
This is bad. No, that don't put me at 1, Luka.
That puts you at dead.
That puts me at Z.
So wait, you had 6 health?
Yes, I did the 3, so I shouldn't have done the 3 at first, because it was either he hit me with the bomb or he went in to attack me.
Yeah, no, yeah. So it should be 3 from him, putting you down to 3, and then he does 2 to you. You should be at 1.
Yes. So
You do have 1 health remaining.
1 health remaining. That's right.
So he's got 2 movement. It's Chaos's turn.
So it's 1,
2.
2.
So you end your... I think if you end your movement there, you're dead. Because you end your movement, he sees you, he moves forward 2 and attacks you. What can he do? You know what your best bet is?
I could have just moved back here.
Then he just throw a bomb at you.
Yeah.
So your best bet is you have to kill him first. You have to fight him with your combat knife.
That's right. With my combat knife, I had no choice.
He's got no ammo for a shotgun. So everyone has if they have no ammo for their weapons or they have no weapons, they just stab him with a knife. And it's -1 in addition to your -1 on your melee weapon already.
Yeah.
So -2 to this roll. And you need an 8 at this point to beat him. Unless you roll an 8, you're dead. And the game's done.
Yeah. Here goes. It's all for the bag of marbles here.
Oh, you didn't do it. You're all 7. So he retaliates and does 2 damage to you. And that is it. We failed the campaign in the first mission.
We got to the HQ, though.
We got to part 2, though. We did. We're terrible at this game, everyone. Like, it's just brutal. I think maybe one player has to be devoted to kind of like controlling the zombie hordes. Because we played last game. We actually won. No, we didn't. We lost. We lost.
We lost last game.
I guess because we got... Rob got too close with one of his characters to a horde of zombies. And there was 3... blobbers in it, and he just hosed him for 9 damage, and he just died.
But you know what character died last game?
Was it Chaos?
It was Chaos.
He died again. Chaos died again.
Again.
That's it. We just lost, folks. I think this is the 3rd time I've played. Second time Rob has played, and I've only won once. And the first time I played, I'm pretty sure didn't get all the rules right because there is a lot to comprehend. But once you get it all going, it's a great game, and it kind of moves smoothly, and it's just I can't believe it's tough. It's not usually co-op board games you find are easy. I'm sure once you've played this a number of times, you kind of get the zombie patterns down, like, oh, don't go that way because that'll attract the zombies that way. I'm just starting to learn the whole aspect of the line of sight of the zombies and what they can do, and like my character, like we got trapped there. I was surrounded. I couldn't leave or I'd die. And he just took way too much damage the previous turn, and then he went down to he had to do a stab him, Rob. You just had to roll an 8.
And also, too, as well, is I've noticed I had this card.
That wouldn't have helped, though, right? Because you had no shot. Like, your shotgun did fine the entire time. You didn't have the extra actions to spare to use it.
Nope.
Anyways, folks, that is it. That is a Z First Impact, Scenario 1 in Chapter 1. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle report. Or this Let's Play, I should say. This is more of a Let's Play, teaching you guys how to play the game.
There's one key word for this entire game to play it that sums everything up. Management.
Yes, you have to manage the zombies. You can't... Do not do what Rob and I just did. Do not let two massive hordes of zombies freely walk around the map. And then whatever you do, don't trigger like 3 or 4 alarms like we did. Don't break 3 of your weapons in a row.
I swear, Quirk must have been standing beside me. He's like, yeah, roll a 1, roll a 1.
He's like, yeah, Rob, attack them. It'll work.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. I'll remind you guys that if you click on the link below, it'll get you to their Kickstarter, which will fund their English printed rules. Again, there's PDF English rules online, but it's always nice to have the paperback book or the hard copy book, whatever it is they're printing.
You have to think too as well, as if this first chapter was this much fun.
Yeah, what are the rest,
the
right?
Second chapter and then the third and fourth that are going to be made be like, it's just gonna just expand so much more and be so much more fun to play this game.
I would like to note that there are 8 missions in the first chapter, and chapter 2 also has 8 missions as well. So that's 16 missions you guys can play if you own both chapter 1 and 2, and they are releasing future expansions for Z First Impact. The game gets big when you start throwing everything in, folks. This is just the first box. The expansion literally doubles everything that you've just seen here, including adding the Titan experience, which you figure out more about further into the story and all of that. And you get access to the vehicles, additional weapons, more objectives, stuff like that. This is just the basics of the game, and we just Rob and I weren't cut out to do it.
We could have used a nuke for this game.
Nuke would have been nice to just level an entire block.
Yep.
Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this game. Check out the Kickstarter. Check out Z First Impact Online. It's a great game. Great with a big group of friends who love zombie games.
Oh, like in a larger scale, like I could see the mayhem, like fun mayhem that this would create, because there'd be a lot of people. Like, again, it's all about management.
Yeah, it is. This is a very management intensive game, with hopefully not rolling less than 3 on all your dice like Rob did. I didn't lose a weapon. Rob lost everything.
Thanks, Luka.
No problem. And with that, I'll sign off and wish everyone a happy wargaming.